either, do you? Oh, and you do? I mean, you're not so weak. Well, I hope he gets tested.
See, I've been in a lot of these cat fights before. You know, this is not my first rodeo, so I'm really interested in seeing who is going to tell me the truth today. I know things neither one of you know I know. I have private investigators, I have staffs, I have talked to people you don't even know that I've talked to and have information from. So you lie to me, I'm going to catch you in a lie. Have you been harassing her?
I have not been around her, bothered her in months.
Now, come on. Is this really how you want to spend your time with me?
I haven't been harassing her.
Have you been harassing her? And you say, oh, listen, I don't have, no, I don't, whoa, what, me? Oh. Have you been harassing her?
No, I have not.
You have not been harassing her. All right, well, here's a list of harassment that Aileen admits to. She told Chris' neighbors she would Sandy. You admit that?
I didn't admit I was going to kill her. She was sitting in my bedroom.
Did you call the university loan office to tell them that Sandy gets child support?
Yes,
and
I
therefore
did.
she shouldn't be getting a loan. Is that harassment?
I did that 3 years ago, yes.
Okay, so, yes. Did you call the adoption agency to get info on Sandy?
No, because I had the paperwork from the house.
Chris's documents, of course.
So you stole his documents. Why did you tell us that you called the adoption agency?
Okay, I called the adoption agency, but
Thank you. So you called the adoption agency. Is this really how you want to spend your time, where I have to ask you things 5 times before you tell me the truth?
No.
Come on. You've called CPS 2 times to report Sandy.
Yes.
They came to her daughter's birthday party.
I didn't know when they came.
Yeah, well, that's when they came. Did you send a letter to Sandy's boyfriend in 2009 and cause him to break up?
Yes, I did.
You don't consider that harassment?
That is.
Did you cancel Sandy's birthday reservations at a restaurant?
Yes, I did.
So you knew that she had a reservation at a restaurant with Chris?
Yes.
And so you called the restaurant and said, hey, this is Sandy, I need to cancel for tonight. And they show up, they got no reservation.
Yes.
Okay. Did you get her car towed?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Did you ask friends that were working in the collections business to snoop into her credit?
Yes.
Did you nickname her the Queen?
Yes.
Have you called her lesbian, gold digger, liar, and alcoholic?
Yes.
You took photos of her at the post office?
Yes.
And then a few days ago, you filed a lawsuit against her now.
She threw all my stuff out of Christopher's
You don't know
house.
about this, but she's now sued you in small claims court.
And that's awesome, because you know why? The sheriff's department was there on Victon, and they actually took it out to the curb with us.
Yeah. But you filed a lawsuit, right?
Yes.
Okay. See how much faster things go when you tell the truth.
Okay.
Goes pretty well, right?
Yes, it does.
How about you? You've been harassing her?
I contacted her employment to find out and let them know what she does to children, because she works at a daycare location. I sent an email to her aunt to have her to stop and leave us alone. And I sent an email to her father because of her posting a check of ours with a routing account number online because of that filing.
And this is all because you both love the same guy.
I love Chris, Dr. Phil, but like I've told him, am I in love with him? No. Is he in love with me? No. Are we taking it slow? Yes. It's not just about Chris and me anymore. It's about our daughter. And our daughter is our number one concern. Do I want Chris back? Yes.
And you want to be with Chris?
Yes, I've been with him for 6.5 years.
So you sent a letter to where she works?
No, I called.
You called?
I called.
And did they tell you about that?
Yes.
And what kind of work do you do?
I work in a business office in a daycare center. And the human resource told me one day that somebody with a southern accent had called reporting that I had federal and criminal charges and that I was a child and that I shouldn't be working around kids and that I should be fired. I've got documentation of that. And
well, actually, I do too. And they didn't say all of that. The letter they sent to you on 7/17 of this year said, yesterday at 3:41, I received an anonymous call at our main office number from a woman with a southern accent, as you say, asking to speak with someone in human resources. She told me that she wanted to warn us that we employed a woman who was dangerous and abusive, and that she, the caller, was concerned for the welfare of the children in our care. She then proceeded to tell me that this person had broken state and federal laws and would soon be served at work. I told her that all of our employees have a thorough criminal background check prior to their first day of work, and we will be notified if there is any problem with the law. I checked the caller ID and found out that the call came from Sandra's phone. I spoke to our employee, Aileen, and told her that threatening and personal phone calls are not permitted at work, and that she needed to make sure that we did not receive any more crank calls of this nature. So they call you in and tell you, don't you have people calling up here trashing you anymore? Okay, sorry, I'll cut back on the trash phone calls. All right, coming up, we're going to find out why Aileen created an alter ego named Claudia in order to keep tabs on her nemesis. And later, we're going to meet Mr. Wonderful. Because Chris is here, we're going to talk to him and find out how he feels about being in this crossfire. We'll be right back.
When I think about Sandy, I feel disgusted.
When I think about Aileen, I feel sorry for her.
Sandy has dated a serial. Sandy will sleep with any man that will sleep with her.
What's important for people to know is she's psycho. Nobody wants her around.
I personally don't think she's attractive. Sandy's fat. At one point, she was living with a girl, so she might be a lesbian.
What Aileen needs to know is she needs to get help.
What Sandy doesn't realize is your past always catches up with you, and karma will get her.
She's fat? You're no minnow.
I know.
You said she's a fat lesbian.
I said that.
And you say she's a psycho.
Yes, most definitely. I mean, she even threw our wedding bench away, and me and Chris aren't even together anymore.
What's a wedding bench?
The bench that we got when we got married, that was sitting outside our home.
Oh.
That's been sitting there for years. I just put it on the curb.
Well, I've been married 37 years now. I don't have a wedding bench.
You didn't put it on your wedding registry.
Oh, okay. You got a list. So you've been with Chris for 6.5 years.
Yes.
And you two were in love.
Yes.
You say you were engaged to Chris.
Early on, in like 2008 or 9.
He gave you a ring.
He gave me this ring last year.
This ring, massive?
Yes.
That's very nice. Very nice. Now, that's an engagement ring.
He bought it for me for my 50th birthday. We're not engaged, but I think there's feelings there.
Did he say that was an engagement
No,
ring?
he did not.
Did he ask you to marry him?
Long time ago when we were engaged, yes.
Oh, you were engaged?
We were.
But he didn't ask
No,
you to marry him?
this one here, no, I'm not engaged. He bought me this ring because I wanted it, but he says that we're just friends. But I don't think friends just buy somebody a 1-carat diamond ring.
But when did he ask you to marry him?
In 2008 or 9, and then we split up. We didn't really split up. One day he just said, we're not getting married, but we continue to live together.
But you were engaged. He did ask you to marry. How did he
Yes.
do it?
It was just, it wasn't ever like a proposal. It was just something he wrote my dad and sent him an email one time.
Do you have a copy of that
He
email?
said, no, because Christopher deleted it off of the computer. He had said, you know, I would like to marry her to make her happy. We had looked at wedding dresses. We had picked out his tie. And then just one day we're driving in the car and he's like, we're not getting married. There was no explanation, nothing. And that's something that's, you know, kind of.
That hurts.
Yeah. There was never like a formal proposal, as you say, you know, but it was just an understanding that we were going to get married.
Yeah. Because usually,
Well, yeah,
There's a question.
There is a.
because I remember when Robin asked me to marry her. Just
I
kidding.
told you, honey. I didn't ask.
There was never like a proposal either. There was
But
a
you
ring,
did wind up married.
unfortunately.
But that's
yeah.
kind of gone downhill because now he has a protection order against you.
Yeah, he does.
Now she's pulling him away and he starts spending time with her because he wants to be with his daughter.
He tells me that he just wants to spend time with his daughter, which I didn't have a problem with, but every Wednesday he'd go eat dinner at her house and she'd be posting stuff on Facebook.
On your
you know,
fake account that you're watching.
on Chris and I are a family. Chris and I cuddle on the couch. You know, Christopher calls me during the day to send me little notes to say I love you.
Did
You
you-
know, Chris is my baby, loving my baby. I mean, every day, something different.
That just chapped your. right?
Yeah, I mean, every single day, because I know him, and Chris does not sit there and cuddle on the couch and,
Obviously, it's who he's with, that he's cuddling with.
Thank you for second chances. She's calling his.
What, did you harass
parents.
her on Facebook?
If she made a comment, I would make a comment back.
Oh, wait,
Nothing
reread that.
inappropriate, just to comment back.
Some were inappropriate. She put her inappropriate things
Did you
about
have
me.
Did you have a fake ID?
Christopher and I had made one years ago on Facebook.
So you did go on using
Yes.
a false ID so you could get
Keep track of it.
friended.
When I sent her a friend, she accepted the request, and then later on,
You say
she
that's
took me
because
off.
she's desperate for any friends she can find.
At one point, she had over 1,000 friends.
Is that bad to have
That's
1,000 friends?
No, but I just don't think that I just think that you don't personally know that many people. You get a request. No, it's not. But I'm just saying.
Dr. Phil,
she
can I
just
ask a
requested.
Well, I've got millions. Does that mean
'cause
there's something wrong with me?
No, but you're like Dr. Phil. We're just like regular people.
Y'all, I don't know what to say about this. Okay, so I don't know if this was a love triangle or she's just obsessed. She's stalking her ex-boyfriend's ex-wife, and she thinks they were engaged, but he never proposed. And she thinks that there's no way in hell that he's sitting on the couch cuddling with anyone else because he doesn't cuddle. Maybe he just doesn't cuddle with her. She thinks that this other woman is fat. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I got no words. I'm not gonna say anything. I have nothing to say. Let's go.
In order to keep tabs on Cindy and I, Aileen has used several fake profiles on Facebook.
I used a fake name of somebody that she went to high school with.
Aileen posted a lot of bad comments about Sandy online.
Aileen has called me a bitch, a gold digger.
Sandy would post about how they were a couple and she was in love with Christopher and that he loves her. When I see these posts, I know that they're lies.
Okay, well, actually, that's kind of interesting. But I said I had a lot of information that y'all didn't know I had. I actually was able to go backwards and capture a lot of those exchanges between you as Claudia and you.
They're probably bad. I'm not going to deny it.
Well, here's what Sandy posted. Sandy, I am thankful for my health and everybody that stood beside me through the years when I didn't know if I would see the next day. Well, Aileen, as Claudia says, too bad you didn't drop dead.
She just posted that because she wants sympathy from other people.
I don't need sympathy.
Sandy says, I am thankful for my snooze button and electric blanket. I enjoyed sleeping in a little while longer today. Thankful for the omelet my baby made and served me in my bed. So Aileen, as Claudia responds, with all that fat, you need an electric blanket? Really?
I don't need an electric blanket, and I'm fat too, so.
And you don't have Chris sleeping in your bed any longer either, do you?
Oh, and you do?
Many nights a week.
Well, I hope he gets tested.
Sandy says, dinner is served, and puts a picture of dinner. Aileen, as Claudia says, you cooked this last time. Pasta, biscuits, meat, green beans, no variety. No wonder you're so blinking fat. Sandy, having dinner with the in-laws and loving our family. Aileen, as Claudia says, you are divorced. They are not your in-laws. So Sandy Post ordered our dog Caesar his Christmas outfit for pictures so he will match everyone. Love my doggy. Aileen Post, you dumb bitch. Why do you continue to lie? You walked that dog like once. Sandy says, with my wonderful daughter and Chris, we discussed all we're thankful for, and my daughter said she was thankful for parents that love her and having our family back together. That means a lot to us both. Aileen, as Claudia says, so sorry that her family getting back together will be short-lived. Your daughter has had so much turmoil in her life, no wonder she has so many issues.
She has had turmoil in her life.
She's also adopted, and I kept mine. You didn't have yours.
Sandy says the best thing in life is finding someone who knows all your flaws, mistakes, weaknesses, and still thinks you're completely amazing. Aileen, as Claudia says, OMG, this is so funny. You have a bunch of flaws. You're fat. Your blank smells like dead fish. You're a cheater, and your biggest mistake was moving here, but that won't last long, and you're amazing in your own mind. You're blank. Really?
Christopher told me that.
Very classy.
Okay, that wasn't one of my
For
classroom
a
moments.
50-year-old
but-
lady, that means a lot, right?
I'm sure everyone is dying to know what is so great about this guy, Chris. Does he have some magic elixir or powers that have put a spell on these two women? So I'm going to bring him out here, but you can't be here because there's a no contact order by the court. You can't be in contact with him.
Okay.
And so I'm going to have you go off.
Okay.
And we're going to put you in the green room with full monitor. You'll be able to see everything. You'll be able to hear everything. You'll be able to talk, but you're going to need to talk to me.
Okay.
You can't talk to him.
Okay.
So I'm going to move people and furniture and cameras and do everything I can to stay within the spirit of this agreement. We'll be right back.
I want Chris back into my life. Chris will spend the night with us. He will have dinner with us, but we are not having sex. And we will not until the time is right.
And I don't really consider us a romantic couple. If we didn't share a daughter together, I don't think that Sandy and I would have a relationship.
Chris and I are very happy, and we have a family.
I miss Christopher every day. I feel that Christopher, in his own way, he does love me. I mean, there's feelings there. They may be buried. I mean, every couple goes through ups and downs.
Aileen can't understand that I don't love her anymore.
I am hoping that Christopher and I will work towards getting married someday.
I do not want a romantic relationship with Aileen because of the problems. We really can't even be friends.
I think Christopher needs to see that I've changed and that I deserve a second chance.
At this point, I need for Aileen to move on and out of my life. The most important thing to me is to be a good parent and focus on what's in the best interest of my family.
Well, we've been talking about Chris, but he is here. So, Chris, come on out and join us. How you doing? Good to meet you. Have a seat right here, if you would. Now, in accordance with the protection order that you filed with the court, you were listening before. Aileen is not out here. She is watching this. Why are you in this mess? This is like a tug of war, and you're the rope.
It's complicated. The best way to explain it is it's really progressed, and there were signs that, I should have done something differently a while ago.
How did you and Sandy meet? You two met. You were married how long? How many years?
We got married in 01 and divorced 08.
Okay, so you're 7 years. And how did y'all meet?
Online.
And then how did you meet Aileen?
I was looking for a roommate after Sandy left. I had posted some things.
You met her, and then she moved in, but it wasn't a romantic thing until later.
It was fairly soon. It wasn't
Like 30 days, a week, 20 minutes?
Less. What I'll say is less than 30 days.
Did you ask her to marry you?
I have not,
You
and
never asked her to marry you.
not that I can recall.
Did you go
that-
pick out her wedding dress with her?
I remember looking. I don't remember the reason. It was not to plan a wedding.
Aileen, you wanted to say something?
We had planned to have the wedding in South Carolina, if he recalls that, because we were supposed to get married June 26th, 2010.
Okay.
And the daisy tie, that was for the wedding.
But that was, I believe that she kind of prompted this, and we just discussed, if we do this at some point, what would we like? What are our
Do you have trouble
preferences?
being unclear with people?
I do sometimes.
Because you sound like you're being unclear now.
Yeah.
Because I'm asking you some questions that really aren't essay questions, but
Right.
I'm getting a lot of essay answers.
She was looking at these things, and what do you think of this? When if you were to get married, would this be nice? And
You, at this point, Aileen, you want to marry Chris.
That would be my ultimate goal, but I don't see that as happening. I would just like to be in his life.
Did I not tell you that y'all could be friends, but she would not be near my daughter? Did I not?
No, you did not.
I did. You were not in my house.
Yeah.
You have no clue.
Do you want your daughter around Aileen?
No, I don't.
Why not?
Her intention's just to hurt several people, and my daughter may not be the direct target, but she takes a lot of emotional brunt of everything that happens because things that hurt us really hurt her.
So this is hurting your daughter.
Yes.
And so you think Aileen is causing pain to your daughter, unquestionably?
Yes.
How do you feel about that, Aileen?
I-
They're both saying that you are causing pain to their child.
Okay, I don't mean to cause pain to their daughter. She has told their daughter over and over what kind of bad person I am. You know, Sandy has gone as far as contacting my ex-husband and get information from his wife about what happened with my divorce. You know, that is none of her business.
I think we should talk about that a little bit. There's more to this story when we come back.
He says there's more to this story. How? What else could possibly be happening? Because really, y'all, what the f is going on? I seriously laughed so hard. Like, I think I still have tears in my eyes. I don't even understand what would compel someone to do what Aileen is doing. And she keeps calling this woman overweight. Girl, stop. I also find it funny that the ex-wife is saying they're a couple, and he clearly says, no, we're not. Even the Dr. Phil show graphic that they put on the screen with his name says he's trying to choose between his ex-wife and his ex-girlfriend. I don't think he's trying to choose between them. I don't think he wants either of them. I am, however, very confused as to why he can't formulate a thought and get a solid word out and just be straight and direct. I do think he is the source of all of this confusion.
I was furious with Christopher for wanting me to move out. I was going to make his life a living hell.
Aileen lost her mind and started doing crazy things.
I took all the door handles off, every single door.
Aileen told the neighbor that she was going to.
I would leave all the lights on in the house. I would run the water.
Aileen would send text messages to Chris. I am flooding your house. I hope you don't care.
My house felt like a war zone.
Well, that was just a small list of things Chris and Sandy say Aileen has done to get revenge. Now, Aileen admits to a lot of it, and Sandy says she is sick of being harassed by this woman. But the truth is, Sandy is not the only one who says Aileen has crazy behavior. Aileen's ex-husband's current wife, Francina, says she went through the exact torture Sandy is going through now. Take a look.
Chris and I are not the only ones that's been harassed by Aileen. Aileen has done this before to her ex-husband and his wife. After Aileen and David divorced, he got back with his childhood sweetheart, Francina. Aileen did not like this at all. Aileen started calling in fake Child Protective Services reports on Francina.
Francina became friends with Sandy because Sandy tried to get information about me and my past.
Francina and I have become friends because we feel like we're going through the same thing with Aileen. Aileen has stopped harassing Francina because she now has Chris and I to harass. Francina has told me that Aileen will continue to stalk and bother me until she finds a new target. I am in fear that until she does find a new target, that she will make my life a living hell.
I have nothing to hide, and Sandy's just looking for dirt on me.
Well, Aileen, what's your response to that? I mean, is that true? Did you harass that woman the way you've admitted harassing this one?
The resentment I have towards Francina is if I'd call to try to talk to my daughters, she would be like, they're not home, you know.
Did you ruin their credit by ordering a bunch of stuff in their name?
I didn't ruin their credit.
Did you order a bunch of stuff in their name?
I didn't order a bunch of stuff. I ordered pizzas and magazines.
Pizzas and magazines. Well, it's interesting. I'm looking at the Twitter feed up here and seeing what our viewers at home are saying. Vicki Whitworth says, wake up, people. This child deserves better role models. None of you are 13. Helen Lusk, 1957, says, for someone who is such a smooth talker, he's sure stuttering around. Fifi Flea says, there's a lot of denial and deception going on here. This man has been playing both women, and he should admit it. They think you're being unclear, apparently. And you said sometimes you are less than clear.
Yeah.
This is a great time for clarity.
Okay.
Are you interested in reconciling with Sandy?
I believe as far as
Get the point.
as far as just being very close and co-parenting together, we already have. We're doing that. Have I decided, yes or no, that I definitely want a romantic relationship? I have not. And so if I'm not certain, the answer is going to be no.
But that's something we had both agreed on, that we're happy. Do we love each other? Yes. Are we in love? No. But do we want to be the parents that our child needs? Yes.
I'd like to state my opinion on this. I've been accused of lying and accused of playing them, and I'd like to know how it is that I'm doing this. And I've never suggested to anyone that, I'm a smooth type of character.
Well, that's not an opinion. That's not an opinion. That's a question, but I will answer it after the break.
My family and I are living in fear of Aileen. One of my greatest fears is that Aileen won't get over the situation. And I am afraid that she might escalate her behavior and things could even get worse.
When someone is crazy, you never know what they will do next.
Everybody thinks I'm the bad person. All I try to do is try to keep my relationship together. And I think she's just flat out crazy. I hope Dr. Phil thinks she's crazy. And I hope he tells her.
Well, Sandy and Aileen say they both love Chris. They both want him back. But what does he want? Let's start with Aileen. Do you hope for, look for, or entertain the possibility of a reconciliation with Aileen?
No, I don't think there'd be any reason for
Would
doing
you like
that.
to go to couples therapy with Aileen and work on this and try to see if there's a basis here for a relationship?
No. I think that my children are, in fear of her and have been violated, and she's crossed the line.
Oh, the only reason that his daughter is in fear of me is because of what Sandy has told her.
You said earlier, I hope Dr. Phil tells Sandy that she's crazy. You said, I think she is. I hope he tells her that. What would be your basis? What would you think I would support that diagnosis on?
She met Christopher. She got gastric bypass surgery.
Right.
She got him to adopt her child because she couldn't have a child.
Right.
She got LASIK. Okay. She cheated on him twice. She left once. He took her back. A couple months later, she cheated on him again.
All right, so you made a good list there. How is LASIK crazy? Getting LASIK?
It's not. I'm just saying her behavior over the years. And
okay, well, but you listed what those behaviors were that you wanted me to base a diagnosis of her being deranged on. And on that list, you had that she got LASIK.
Well, no, not LASIK, but her posts on Facebook about Chris and I are together, Chris and I are a family, my in-laws, they're divorced. I mean, in her mind, if you go back and look at all her Facebook posts, she makes it sound like they're a family, she's not like what she's presenting now. Chris and I are just trying to raise a child together. So,
in what way is gastric bypass crazy?
That is not a crazy issue.
Okay, so we could take LASIK and gastric bypass off.
Yeah, you could take those off.
So basically, what we're down to is you think she is delusional about the status of her relationship with Chris.
Yes, that is very delusional. Mm-hmm.
And that she uses social media platforms to antagonize you by presenting things as other than they are.
Correct.
Would that be a fair summary?
That would be a fair summary, and she lies a lot.
And she's a liar and a thief and a cheater. You forgot that she dated a serial rapist.
She did. She did do that. Christopher can verify that.
These would seem to be relationship issues, not issues that Aileen should burden herself with.
Correct.
Is there any equivocation, ambiguity whatsoever about whether or not you want to re-engage and have a relationship with Aileen?
No, I've decided that's not possible.
You see no wiggle room here whatsoever?
No.
Do you want to continue a relationship with Sandy?
I like the relationship that we have.
Aileen, what do you think about what is being said here?
At this point, I don't even know what to say. I mean, I had thought maybe he was open to something. Marriage wouldn't even be in the picture. I just was looking for if we could be friends.
I think this. I think, Aileen, that you have a problem with boundaries. I think you have trouble letting go once you get invested. And I think you hang on with real desperation sometimes. And I think that you need some help with that.
What did we just watch? Dr. Phil saying that Aileen has trouble with boundaries is the understatement of the century. Okay, so in this episode, Aileen is stalking her ex-boyfriend Chris and ex-boyfriend's ex-wife Sandy. Chris and Sandy are now in some sort of relationship where they're just spending time together, cuddling on the couch for the sake of their daughter. Aileen thinks it's not a real relationship. Sandy and Chris don't know if they want to be together. Chris especially doesn't know if he wants to be with Sandy. He definitely doesn't want to be with Aileen though. Aileen takes issue with Sandy getting LASIK and having a gastric sleeve surgery for some reason, but still calls her fat. She wants y'all to know that. She seems to love calling CPS on people. Her ex-husband's current wife can attest to that because Aileen calls CPS on her too. I think that Chris has absolutely gotten himself into a situation of his own making, but ultimately Aileen is responsible for her own behavior, and her behavior is out of control. She's delusional. She is delusional. Girl, stop. The man don't want you. Anyway, y'all let me know what you thought about this episode. Do you think Aileen is delusional? Yeah, I think so. Do you think Sandy is delusional, right? Because towards the end, Sandy says that she's also not sure she wants to get back with Chris, but in the tape, she made it sound like she does want them to get back together and rekindle their romantic relationship. And on Facebook, she posts that they are together. So I think she was dialing it back on stage, but I think Sandy wants to be with him. He doesn't appear to want to be with anyone, but he certainly wants to soak up Sandy's attention on the sofa. It's not necessary to be sitting with her on the sofa every day just to take care of y'all's daughter. You can co-parent without that. So he's definitely allowing boundaries to be crossed and making a choice not to define these relationships. He probably likes the attention, in my opinion, but what do you guys think about this? What do you think is Chris's motivation for this? Do you think Aileen will ever get a damn clue? Do you see him winding up with either of these women? I don't know. Y'all let me know. Drop it in the comments.